everyone to an unusual video. Today I'm going to be reviewing the Oculus Rift S. Now, with two touch controllers. Now you're probably thinking, why am I doing this? Because there's loads of reviews out there, etc, etc. Yes, there is loads of reviews out there on YouTube, but there's a common problem which I had, which a lot of members of the Oculus Rift S have. Basically, when you've got it on and you're doing your thing, and you're moving around and everything, and yeah, so you're in your zone. I must say, VR is the way forward for games. It really is. It's absolutely mind-blowing. It's taken my breath away. I've only played a few games, but one of my ultimate favorite games is the Fallout franchise, and I've got Fallout 4 VR. Now, I've played Fallout 4, I think I've clocked like 200-300 hours, in the game alone. I've completed it vanilla style. I've also completed it with mods. And I've always thought to myself, if I could just be in that world, it'll just be absolutely fantastic. It's a massive open world game. And then they brought out Fallout VR, and that made me think I need to get a VR headset. Really do. So this is on sale. I think £400 it was on sale for, so I took the plunge and I bought it. So really easy to set up. I'll show you in a minute, and how easy it is. There's hardly anything you do. You just set a little zone, a little safe zone, so when you got your headset on, you got all the software in front of you. It's absolutely amazing. Everything looks massive. Well, as you can imagine, you basically just got a screen, two screens in front of your face. It's like being at the cinema. And obviously, it feels like you're actually there. And I've got my surround sound headphones on as well, so it really is like you are actually there. So, cut a long story short, yeah, I was in the zone. I was in Fallout VR. Words just can't describe just how amazing it is to actually be there. As though it actually feels like you're really there. The only thing that's missing is the smell, which apparently I read somewhere that they did have attachments for the Rift or something to like a sensory pack where it vibrates, does hot and cold air, and sprays water on you, does like different mists and stuff, but it got banned because they had to use the e-cigarette things with different smells, and I don't know, it's a shame really, but that would have made it so much more better. You shoot someone and then you smell burning flesh or something, or you walk into a room and you get the smell of garbage or whatever, because it's a post-apocalyptic world. So I thought that'd be amazing. But anyway, let's go back to what I was originally saying. I'm not here to do a review, of the Rift S. There's multiple. If you want to review, just go online. There's plenty of them on there. But the main reason why I'm doing it is because, as I was saying, I was in my zone. I was getting everything all checked out on the computer. It says the PC can run it. All it needs is a display port and USB 3.0, which my old motherboard had. So there I am, in there about 5-10 minutes into it. All of a sudden, my hands, it stops tracking my hands. My hands are stuck down by my waist, which is really annoying. You can't interact with anything, and then my hand starts spinning. It starts turning around, and and there's pretty much nothing you can do. You look down, and all you can see is just your controller spinning. Now yourself, your controller isn't spinning. It got to the point where I was actually thinking about trading it in, because it just got to the point where it just got unplayable. Really unplayable, and you just couldn't do nothing with it. I only got like 5-10 minutes best. I think the maximum I got was 15 minutes, but I was just walking around. As soon as I went into combat or into a room or something like that, I tried everything. I did all the troubleshooting. I even emailed Oculus, updated the firmware, or did this, did that. Even went out and bought a powered USB hub. That still didn't work. And then someone said to me, what gen is your USB? and I checked it out, and on the old motherboard, because I've obviously upgraded, which I'll show you soon, it was Gen 1, which only does 5 gigabits a second and has low voltage. I don't know if you can quite see on here, but this, it has camera at the top there, 2 at the front, 2 at the side, and yeah, that's it. So 5 cameras in total, transmitting data, which are obviously locking onto your hands, locking onto the environment, making sure you're not bumping into walls, because as I said, you set, you know, a play area so you don't go over it, boundaries and stuff, and your height, so if you stand up and crouch, it knows in the game you're crouching and everything. Like I said, it's absolutely fantastic. Anyway, so I'll show you what hardware I've got and how I managed to do it. But yeah, I tried the USB powered hub. I think I got another 5 more minutes out of it, so 20 minutes tops, I think. That still didn't solve the problem, but I'll show you how I did it, and something that I watched a recent video on, which probably could work if you've got just Gen 1 USB 3.0. Best way to check it is obviously, you know, strip out your computer. I'm quite lucky, my computer's all open, which you'll see shortly, and just Google, you know, your motherboard. You know, go to your manufacturer's website, specifications, and just go down until it says, you know, USB. You know, if it does support USB 3.0, it should tell you what gen it is, you know, Gen 1, Gen 2, Gen 3, etc, etc. Unfortunately, my old motherboard was Gen 1. And now there is ways you can get around it by using your PCI Express ports, which I'll show you later, but I'm going to end this little video now because I need to turn it around to the other camera, and then you'll see. Right, hello and welcome back. So, as I was saying, this is the website. Here's what you get included. You get your 2 touch controllers. You even get batteries with it as well, which is kind of cool. But I've bought a rechargeable one since. So yeah, you get your headset, your 2 touch controllers, 2 batteries, and then you have this cable. So display port and USB that end, and then that all goes into your headset. And then you get a little adapter for a mini display port or something. Yep, as you can see there, 2 touch controllers, blah blah blah. Right, so is your PC VR ready? I even downloaded the compatibility wizard, which obviously says it clearly is. So here it is, minimum specs and recommended specs. So I have a 1070 Ti, 8 gig Strix edition, which is obviously higher than all these. In my old motherboard, I had 16 gig RAM, that says 8 gig. Now, here's the thing, it just says USB 3.0 port. It doesn't say what gen, which is actually quite frustrating. So, apparently, yeah, as I was saying, there is a way you can get around it if you do have an old motherboard and you don't want to upgrade everything like I recently did. You can get, I saw a video where someone actually got one of these. Now, I'm not sure what gen these are, but I'd imagine they'll be like Gen 2 or something, or I don't know if it even says. I'm not sure if it even says on there, can't get it to focus, but yeah, someone got one of these, you know, powered by your Molex, and then obviously just slots into, you know, just below you where your graphics card is, and just your normal PCI slot. You know, everyone has, you know, spare. Oh wait, this one says USB version 1, so if you do get one, make sure it's version 2 or above, and that should do it. In fact, it will do it, because I'm Gen 1 and yeah, it just didn't work. So let me show you. So this is my setup. Excuse the mess, I need to do some more cable management. I have recently just done this all up. As I said, I've just upgraded to a new Strix motherboard and everything, and that's my GPU. And then, as I said, you know, everyone has, you know, a spare few PCI Express ports, which are there and there in the middle of the screen. again, I did say I did buy, you know, a powered USB hub, which I use for hard drives now and for transferring, you know, memory stick data, and then I've just got like just a normal USB cable just coming off that to charge my phone. But how I did it with my Oculus Rift is I have a Type-C USB, well, yeah, Type-C port on the back of this motherboard. I can find the cable. So yeah, as you can see, I've got my HDMI and my display port. Obviously HDMI to the TV and display port to the Rift. Alright, where's that cable? So yeah, here it is, I think. So this is obviously going to the Rift, and I just bought an OTG on the go, whatever it's called, Type-C to USB 3.0, and that did it for me. I have tried it in the normal USB ports on this motherboard, and like I said, this motherboard does support Gen 2 and above. In fact, it supports Gen 3. So I actually had it in the Gen 2 port and a Gen 3 port, and guess what? It worked perfectly, flawlessly. But I have it in the Type-C because it's a lot more, hell of a lot more faster transfer rate, higher voltage and everything. You know, everything's all going Type-C nowadays. Like the Mavic Mini 2 is now done through Type-C. So yeah, that's how I combated it, and it works perfect. And I've never had a problem with it since it's been in the Type-C port, and I've never had a problem with it when it's in the USB Gen 2 or Gen 3 port. So yeah, hand tracking is absolutely amazing. It works perfectly, flawlessly, really pinpoint accurate. I know a lot of people, you know, speculate and said, oh no, it's not, this, that and the other. It's probably me being biased because it is like my first time into VR. So this is my first impression, and I must say it's definitely worth the money for what I paid. Yeah, apart from that, I'm going to upload the video, and yeah, but if you're venturing into VR, I don't know if they still sell these no more. I don't think they do. I think they've discontinued it. But apparently you can get the Quest 2, which is just there for the same price as what I paid. Yeah, so mine has obviously gone down in price now. If you can still get it, you might be able to get it through the actual website, but I'd highly recommend getting it. But the Quest 2 is more portable. I think you can put an SD card in, have games on it and stuff, and I think you can actually tether, so put a cable, because it's all wireless, the Quest 2. I think you can even put a cable into your Quest 2 and put it into your computer. Now, not all games do support it, but I think Fallout VR does. I think that's probably one of the only AAA rated games that actually support it. But other than that, yeah, here's just a few. Yeah, just imagine playing something like that as you're actually there, you know, driving, and you know, it's just absolutely fantastic. You see your hands, and you can do like gestures and stuff like that. It's absolutely amazing. So I'd highly recommend it, definitely. So yeah, that's it really. So hopefully this helps someone out there, because I was ready to return it and upgrade to a better one, and I'm so glad I didn't now. I mean, don't get me wrong, in the future I might do, when, you know, when they bring out more cheaper, you know, VR headsets with better resolution and this, that and the other. But so far I'm very, very impressed with the Oculus Rift S. Hand tracking, you know, the graphics, you know, that I see in front of me on the two screens, I've had no really problems with it. It's crystal clear to me. You know, I have to wear glasses, so I have to put my glasses on and then put them on, put the Rift on as well. But you can get like adapters that actually go over your lenses, so I might be ordering them soon. But yeah, apart from that, yeah, definitely get it. So hopefully this helps someone.
out there. But it's just a shame that this website doesn't actually say what gen you need. It is a real shame. It just says, you know, just need a display port, and that's it. So hopefully this helps someone, and thank you for watching. Like and subscribe.